Hey guys, welcome back to LOA Fan TV. We're back again for our League of Ireland Premier Division predictions. We're on game week 34, so the end is in sight. And following back-to-back wins, I'm joined by Ross, Henry Francis Maguire.
Do you know, Luke, what the end is not in sight of? The end is not in sight for Shelbourne being champions. You promised me last week it was going to be the last time I could mention it. And here we are again, my friend. Here we are
It
again.
was more. It was.
Did you get done this week?
Listen, it's like being on palliative care. We know what's coming, so you just enjoy it while you can.
No, I certainly did enjoy that weekend, I must say. Two
Uh,
massive results.
sure, look, if you can't beat our second team, what can you do? You
Ah,
know.
give it a rest. Give it a, here we go. Here we go. No squad depth, is it? Is that the excuse now?
Well, listen, I was actually sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, when you were talking about you were ranking our managers in the off season, and you had Stephen Bradley third, you did say to me, you were like, if he wins the league next season, I'll give him his credit. Right, with a Damien Duff, best league bar manager in history, Stephen Kenny, all in the league. He's like, if he wins the league now, I'll give him his credit. So I'll be cashing that receipt in now. Soon. I'm not gonna say on Friday at 10 o'clock because I don't want to jinx myself again, but
Have
soon. Soon.
that clip ready to go, will you?
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on to
I'm
that for
not
a
committing
while.
to myself. So
Don't
any
remember,
day,
don't
well,
even remember saying that. Like,
come November, we'll be champions. There's one for you.
yeah. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
yeah,
speaking opposite, what's the opposite of champions? Relegation. We'll start there.
yeah.
Drogheda United are playing host to relegated Cork. First up, two teams are probably. Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say two teams are on a downer. Obviously, draw lost there to Waterford, which probably really heavily dents their European hopes. But
Yeah.
I was going to say then Cork, obviously off the back of being relegated, but then again they have a cup final to look forward to, so probably mixed emotions there. We'd say.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think yeah, Cork, I think we're obviously kind of down already on Monday, but put in a decent enough shift. And I suppose the thing for them now is like players are probably playing for a place in the starting 11 for that game in the Aviva. There's probably not
Mm.
really a set 11 there. Obviously, there's a few players, your Maguires, your McLaughlin's, and Benny Coutos and the likes, but I feel like there's a good few player positions there up for grabs possibly on the day, like still. So there's probably a motivation there to keep going, but then you can maybe see them resting a couple of players here and there, hooking off a few players early, bits and pieces like that. So sometimes when you get relegated as well, you see teams actually pick up a few results with that pressure off them a bit as well. They can kind of just, it's a bit of a free hit. So you never really know what you're going to get. Cork can be dangerous, but their away form, I think this season has been absolutely horrific. And if one place you don't want to go with bad away form is, what's it called now? It's, heading the game.
Hunky Dory's Park.
Dory's Park, whatever it was. Sullivan Lamb, I think. Is it Sullivan Lamb or something this season? I think, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's the United Park, isn't it?
United
Weavers,
Park.
Weavers Park, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Jesus, take your pick. I like Hunky Dory's Park. That was
I
my
like that
favorite.
one actually, yeah.
Yeah. Quality name. But yeah, no, 100% nail on the head there. Yeah, it can go one of two ways. It can go kind of like well, listen, players regardless of two things to play for, they have their future to play for, potential other Premier Division teams. They're a young side, a lot of young players.
Yeah.
And then they have a cup final as well. So there's lots of motivation regardless of relegation, to be honest. So I wouldn't expect Cork to drop off a two. I wouldn't be expecting to see a drubbing here by no means.
No.
Drogheda, on the other hand, will be heavily disappointed. Like that was a result they just didn't need. Where to be fair, we give them credit where it's due, but um, that was and you said it, Ross. To be fair to you, you said they're all well and good sitting in against the big teams, but when they play a team they should be beaten, it's probably where they run into issues, and that's what happens,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So yeah, look, it's probably I'm looking at them now like it's outsiders for Europe, whereas maybe we were talking about them in a different breadth a week ago. But look, they probably have the most favourable fixtures, but they're not the best team for putting away the games they should be winning. But then again, saying that, I think they'll win here.
Yeah.
They should do, and if they don't, it's curtains. But look, credit to where credit's due. They shouldn't even be in this position. So look, it's all well and good. But yeah, here I'm gonna go. Probably just gonna go 1-0 draw.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, for Drogheda, it's just like I feel like they were in a great position at beating Shells that time, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden they're just like they seem like they're so far behind all of a sudden. But obviously they're 5 points off Shells, they're three off Bows, and Bows have a game in hand. So I think it's so important for Drogheda just to stay within a result of a Shells or a Bows because Shells and Bows' run-ins are difficult. I think Bows have a tough game on the final day. I think they go to Drogheda. Sorry, Drogheda play Bows in the final game. So like they need to get it
Yeah.
down to that.
You keep, if they stay within 2 points of that,
Yeah,
they'll take that right now. If you
Drogheda
offer
at
them
home.
right
Sorry, you'd
now,
fancy them like.
yeah, you would. You pack it out, and it's a nightmare. Yeah, they know how to play that pitch, and yeah, I think Drogheda fans will snap your hand off for 2 points off Bows going to the final day.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you in terms of a home win here. I think, yeah, I don't think it'd be tremendously straightforward, but Drogheda, it's they don't win this, they're not getting European football. So, it's a must win. 1-0 is a good show. I'll go 2-0 just to change up a bit.
Fair, fair. Yeah, no, you could well see that.
Yeah, yeah, but going for the home win in that one. Next up, then a massive game for both sides. To be fair, Galway United currently the team in ninth place in the league in that playoff relegation spot. They play host to Bohemians, who are obviously, as you just touched on, in the mix for that European fourth or third position. Um, this is a really tough game to call, to be honest.
It is a tough game to call. Bows are a funny one, and to be fair, so are Galway. Like, we were talking about Waterford kind of nearly being nailed on for ninth place with their record. Um, but then here did the caretaker Matt Lawler, did he manage that game against Drogheda?
Yeah, yeah. He's won his
Some
last five
record.
games as manager of Waterford, I think.
Give him the Ireland job, honestly.
Yeah.
Give him the Ireland job. Don't give him don't mind Waterford. Give him the
I,
Ireland
I
job.
heard
Some fella.
something because yeah, I remember I think we touched on like why didn't he get the Waterford job after that interim stint? I think he's a
Yeah.
coach or assistant manager at Fleetwood, so he
Oh,
wanted to go
really?
back to the UK, and now he's after getting drafted in to save the season again. So he's coming over for another short stint to save the season, and he'll probably go back to Fleetwood then at the end of the season. Like,
He's a proper company man. Fair play
yeah,
to
proper company man, exactly. All expenses paid. All
Yeah,
expenses
yeah,
paid.
yeah. No, yeah, but back onto Galway and Bows. Yeah, it's a weird one. To be honest, for me, this has a draw written all over. I think it's a hard place to go, aim at DC Park, even without a Mosesless, direless Galway. I still think it's tough, and I think the Bows are kind of patchy enough for them, don't they?
Yeah,
So yeah,
Bows current form, they obviously lost to yourselves in the last game. Beat Waterford before that, lost to Derry before that, drew with Sligo. So
they
yeah,
haven't played since they played us, really. Yeah.
haven't played a game since they played. Obviously played Schalke in a
Oh
friendly.
yeah,
Yeah,
big one.
the big one, the European game for them. The only experience they got this season, of course. But yeah, yeah, this one's tight. I think the draws is I think there's good value in that draw, as you say. Would Galway take that? Galway are 3 points off of Waterford. They do have a game in hand though, and they have a game in hand on Sligo. They're 3 points behind them as well. The best goal difference of those three too. So
I
uh,
think I think they'll take a draw. To be honest with you,
yeah,
the game
probably.
in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof, I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'll join you. 1-1. I agree with it too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do that. Bows probably wouldn't be the best result in the world for them, but I think they have a few Dublin derbies after that. Then they have Pats, then they've Shells, and then they've Drogheda. So it's a tough stint after that for Bows. Like
Please, please.
bottom
Be
half,
brilliant, wouldn't it? To
bottom
be
half
brilliant.
place.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love it. Nah, but listen, no, Pats are the bottom half team. We're
Yeah,
not taking that away from
to be
them.
fair, Bows playing Pats in the next game. That's a gimme. That's a handy 3 points. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'd fancy Bowes there, to be fair. Look, Bowes probably will have enough for I just like Drogheda, and it'd be great to see them get in. But Bowes realistically do deserve to finish in the European places. But they do have a tough running, so you never know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Another one, similar kind of connotations here for this game. Obviously, Shelbourne off the back, champions Shelbourne off the back of that fantastic weekend they had. 6 points was six, and I kind of said at the start of that, I said 4 points. I'll take that every day of the week, and they've surprised me because usually these Friday Mondays Shelbourne have really really struggled with this season, and I think at times we haven't really got what we deserved in a lot of games this season. We've conceded bad goals, we haven't taken our chances. I think we fully deserved six. Well, actually, the Cork game to be on the second half we weren't great, but yeah, great 6 points to get. At this stage of the season, it's all about the points on the board, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. He's yeah, smash and grab on both occasions. He's could have easily dropped points in both games. To be fair, one up at Rovers, a number of goal line clearances in the last minute. Just you kind of need that grit and determination to get over the line. Then obviously, the late goal up in Cork, which is great resilience and determination also. So yeah, look, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
And
Can I just pull you up on something there quickly, right?
Yeah, go on.
Grab and Tala, I think, is a very, very harsh assessment of that game.
For the first half
Up,
in
up
Tallies were
until
by
Paddy
far the
Barrett
better
sent,
team.
up until Paddy Barrett sending off. Obviously, it got
Yeah.
a bit airy after that for the last 10, 15.
Yeah. No, but listen,
Points.
but look, like the first half, you were very good. To be
We could have had
fair,
a couple.
and you could have easily had a couple in the first half. There's no way, there's no question about it. But you didn't, and
Yeah.
it stayed at 1-0. And you know yourself, 1-0 is such a dangerous scoreline. And we had a number of chances to equalise. And you know, arguably, we should have got a point from that game. You know, we used the better team in the first half. We were the better team probably in the second half. You'd weigh it all up. So yeah, look, he's got the win. Fair enough. Happy days. But yeah, yeah, the first half you were by far the better team. There's no two ways about it. But you know, football's a game in 90 minutes, isn't it? So if you get
Yeah.
if you're only one goal up and you concede, you can't have too many complaints. But he didn't. So credit where credit's due.
I actually saw an interesting stat there recently that since Joey O'Brien has come in, the form guy Chels are top of the league since Joey O'Brien's come in, which is an interesting one, isn't it? Just think, consider the impact he's made. Like,
Really?
yeah, yeah, Chels are top of the league since O'Brien came in. Apparently, I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah,
That doesn't make sense though because Damien Duff left Shells when they were like what like
sixth, I think.
six it's not that much of it. It's not like Stephen Kenny when Kenny came in. John Daly had
Yeah,
them ninth.
yeah.
I'm not sure about that. Listen, if 100% if it's there, lads in the
Someone can fact
comments.
check me. It could be kind of
Yeah,
different games played. We might have two more games played than Rovers or something that time
yeah.
frame, something. But
We're a number of points clear, like you know what I mean. I would be very surprised. But listen, maybe he's a yeah. I think he's had a number of games in hand. To be fair, when he came in,
yeah,
so he
that
might
could be
have
it.
more games played. So
Yeah,
that could be it. But yeah, look, he's have been decent. But then again, you know, he's helping poor too. So like we were literally sitting on the channel 2 weeks ago saying, if it wasn't for Europe, you know,
yeah,
alarm bells. So
yeah,
you know, let's not get too high with the highs. You know, let's be fair here. No,
yeah.
I was actually thinking about Shell. Obviously, I sent you on earlier on. I was sending on Ross kind of like what Shell's squad next season could
I'll
look
pop it
like,
on the
and
screen.
yeah, actually, yeah.
I'll pop it on the screen. What you sent
Yeah,
me.
go on, go
Which one?
on. Yeah, I made a few things. I was just playing with it, like, and I was like, you know, obviously, probably, I think Coyle could go. I think Sean Boyd could go. Uh, Spiel's been very good since he's came in.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised to see if there was a willingness there for him to stay on. I think Connor Kearns is out of contract, so he could go.
yeah,
You know, James Norris, I think, would be a really tough one to keep. But if he's kept him, he'd be looking really good.
yeah,
And yeah, there's a few players. As I said, I think someone like Connor Keely would be brilliant for you. Is like.
yeah. No, I think yeah.
Yeah.
The main issue for Shells is that just getting a bit of defensive reinforcement in. I think that's probably held us back a little bit this season in the league in terms of that
Yeah.
consistency, just conceding sloppy goals at times. I think we've got kind of the midfield sorted, I think, more or less in terms of depth and options in there. And like kind of attacking options as well. Maybe you could get one or two in. But yeah, defensively is a crucial area, including the keeper. And then if you can keep Norris and you can get,
Mm.
I would say, two centre backs in the door, especially playing that back
Yeah,
three. I think, yeah, we should be competing at the very top end of the table again. Which
100%. Like if you sign well, these are at least like at least top three,
yeah,
if not second best team in the league. Like squad wise, it's about the squad now. You see the bulk it up. And like I listened to Dan McDonald League Round Central say Will Jarvis could potentially be one to look at in the off season, which is mad.
is
Did you
that
hear
this
that?
episode? I didn't hear. I haven't watched that
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
Interesting.
no, it's from last week, I think it was, but
But
he was
yeah,
saying that it's really gone stale from in Notts County, and obviously he's fondly thought of at Shells and so on. So
yeah, yeah. Be interesting because I think Duff said he's a real particular type of character. Like you have to kind of know how to manage him. And I feel like not every manager will give him maybe the luxuries that he might get
uh,
to Chels, or he might get a bit more leeway with certain behaviors or something, which he might not get in other clubs. So it feels like it could be a good fit for him to come back potentially.
yeah, 100% could be a good fit. So yeah, look, I feel good about Shells. For who he's playing here.
Sligo. Sorry, I didn't even say it. Sligo
Jesus,
Rovers. Jesus.
we went down a tangent lane,
Yeah.
tangent lane. And what is it in Showgrounds or in Talca?
It's in Talca. Talca.
Yeah. I give Shell. Yeah, go on. 2-1 Shells.
Two shells.
Second.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the
Uh,
second.
yeah. Sligo obviously are very, very dangerous outfit. Like I think Elding scored a cracker in Talk earlier this season. You obviously, I
Mm.
think O'Kane will be ruled out. Actually, I don't think he can play
Yeah,
against. But,
huge loss. Huge
yeah.
loss.
Yeah. But you've obviously still got McManus. You've got Fitzgerald. You've got a number of players there. And obviously Sligo have improved, and they're still in the midst of that battle themselves at the bottom. So they'll be looking to nick something. But it's important that Chelsea get another 3 points on the board. We've got a busy week next week. I think they're a trip to Macedonia next week. I think it then followed up with a game against Bows. So yeah, it's tough couple of weeks for Chelsea. So it's important that they get 3 points here.
Yeah, 100%. You get your 3 points there, pressure's off. You can put a good team out of Macedonia. Then you don't have to beat Bows. You can just don't lose that game, and you'd be
Yeah,
sorry for Europe.
yeah, 100%. I'll go for yeah, I like 2-1 shells as well, but I want to mix it up, so I'll go 3-2 shells. Plenty of goals.
The leaky defense strikes again.
Yeah, 100%. Can I just give a quick shout out to young Kerr McInroy as well? A phenomenal weekend from him. Obviously, we've talked about Jack Henry Francis on the channel before and how highly we think of him. And we've obviously spoken about Kerr as well. And obviously, Devoy and Healy have gotten certain plaudits this season. But I thought in Tala, he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal in Tala. And obviously in Cork as
It's
well.
like
Don't know if you saw the Shells goals in Cork on Monday night, but he picked out Daniel Kelly with a great assist for the first goal. And the second goal, he wins the ball back in the halfway line. They go up into the box and he squares it for Jack Henry Francis. So a goal and 2 assists involved in all 3 goals over the weekend. So yeah, just a shout out for him because he was fantastic.
great player. And remember, I was slagging you over Damien Duff giving a new contract 2 months in. It's
Yeah.
looking like good business now, isn't
Good
it?
business. Good business. I think Henry
Yeah,
Francis is
yeah.
on a 3.5 year deal. I think I heard that
Oh,
somewhere.
you'll make a few quid on him.
So the
You'll
two of
make
them
a
in
few quid
midfield for
on him.
years to come is a solid base. Like,
Yeah, that's why I think now next season Hughes will be probably our biggest rivals. I think if you can just solidify the rest of your team, I think he's have a really good chance.
yeah, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of yourselves, then you obviously have a chance to win the title again this weekend. You travel
There
to
a chance.
thought
Love
you
well,
you travel to Richmond Park to face informed St. Pat's. Could you say informed St. Pat's? St. Pat's on the cusp of a wave, you know. Yeah,
laughter. They're laughter.
yeah, they're shot.
They're they're terrible.
Be nice to do it there. Actually.
If we go, if we did it, we did it there last time we won the league in
Yeah, yeah.
23. So we'll do it there again. Go on.
Yeah,
We only need the points.
Shells did it there in the early 2000s, I think, as well. At
Yeah.
one
It's a
point.
great place to do it.
Great place to do it. Lovely, lovely
Yeah. Should we
hospitality.
get out? What we do is well, we could let them. We could let the game be level. We give the ball to Chris Farris. He can do some kicky ups. Remember
Yeah,
he's doing against Galway. Like
yeah,
that's outrageous. Carry on. Like for the
yeah,
season they're having. Like
yeah. Oh,
for the season they're having. Like oh my days.
gave it a rest.
Um,
Yeah,
give it a rest. 100%. Like here. Look. Um, Pico be back. Pico should be back. Will Josh be fit? I'm not too sure. He well could be.
yeah,
Lee Grace is still out, I think. But just like look, yeah, Josh Holman come back into the team and Pico come back to the team are huge. Not to say Adam Matthews is probably our best player against Hughes.
great
He
tackle
was
on me.
really good. Well, yeah, tag on me. Well, but he's made a few of them. He made a really good few of them. And like he's kind of somebody I was looking at thinking, wing back, 34 years of age. Nah, you'd offload him in the off season, but really brilliant performance against Shells. I know whatever he lost the game, but
Yeah,
like you can see how he reads the game. You can see he played at a really high level. He kind of got he really got back up and out for Pico with a World Cup campaign and all come up for him. Yeah, he'd be missed for a patch next season. So I think out of matches now, it's really good to have him there. So yeah, here, uh, yeah, I think we'll have enough to get over the line. To be honest, look, Shells one was always as we kind of talked about was always going to be hairy enough with the personnel we were missing, and you know, yeah, just the whole situation. So, but here I'm a bit more optimistic. So,
yeah,
yeah, I might even go for a Rovers win here. I
yeah,
think we could well turn up. So I might just go. Might go 3-1 Rovers. I think we might turn up and win it in style.
yeah, yeah. I think you'll beat them as well. I think Pats will just be so flat. Like their season is just petering.
Have they played since Cork?
I'm just gonna check that now. I don't think so.
I don't. I think there's an
Yeah,
international break. Yeah, they haven't. Yeah,
yeah, their
yeah.
form is pretty poor. They lost against Sligo in the league before that as well. So, yeah, Pats are just throwing it all away, haven't they? Really,
Really
like,
embarrassing. And you've touched off a number of times this season, but it's really embarrassing. It's just horrendous, really.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I think everyone needs to be blamed. I think if Stephen Kenny's a very lucky man, he's on that 5.5 year deal because even if his contract had a year left, and I'd say they would have did. Everyone would probably agree to walk away. And I
yeah,
heard a good point on Stephen Kenny that I think is really relevant. He never really does well in a job where he doesn't start off, where he doesn't hit the ground running in. Now I know he had a good start to last season when he had a strong finish, but you think about the jobs in which he didn't work out, like Rovers 2012, like Ireland and so on. Like when he doesn't kind of get that early momentum, he kind of struggles to get it
Pull
back.
it back. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so I don't know where he goes from here. To be honest, I don't know what even know what you do with that squad in the off season. Like, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess.
yeah. It's so because I don't even necessarily think it's all his fault. Do you know what I mean? Like, I
No, it is. It's a cultural thing,
don't even
100%.
necessarily think like getting rid of him
Yeah.
solves the problems, or it's not. I
No,
don't think it's
no.
bad, but you might as well just actually stick it out with him. I think,
Yeah.
and try and maybe get 5 to 10 out the door if you can. There's probably a few on decent deals and contracts and stuff there, I know probably, but if you can try and get 5 to 10 out the door and try and get some players in, um, it's hard to do rebuild after rebuild and bits and pieces, but it's a poor Amelia going as well won't help. They should have some money to spend, you'd imagine. Um, but yeah, it's a big job, whatever they plan to do with it.
It's a very big job, and the league's in kind of a different spot now where, we don't have the merry-go-round every year. Players are on longer term deals. You think about kind of the good players in the league, and most of them are signed up for next season.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's a kind of hard market these days to do a big rebuild in, especially when you're a team of Pat's caliber,
yeah,
how to getting better players. So, look, it'd be interesting to see. If one to definitely keep an eye on.
yeah, yeah. You went 3-1 overs.
3-1
I'll go 2-1 Rovers. Yeah, I'll go for Rovers to win it as well, to win
Nice.
the league on the night. Then our final game on Friday night and of game week 34 is a big one in Waterford in your SC. Waterford playing host to Derry City. Now, Waterford obviously kind of touched on them throughout the video in terms of, yeah, Lawler in there done a good job throughout the season with them. Obviously, won his last 5 games, I think, is while in charge. So, yeah, they'll be kind of full of confidence after that win over Drogheda in a home game with Derry. Derry, obviously 2 points clear of Shells. So yeah, it's. I think Derry's running isn't too bad. So you'd think they should be all right. I think they've Waterford, then they've yourselves, and yous might be all right after winning the league. So yous might be full off the gas after a European game, and then they've Cork on the final day. So you think Derry should have enough to get over the line, like
Yeah, they're like for what, for second or for Europe?
just for the top three. They should
Yeah.
get second, to be honest. But
They should. I'm not too convinced on Derry. Like, you take Michael Duffy out of that team, and
yeah,
they're really like, yeah, bog standard. Like, to be honest, but yeah, here at Waterford, to be honest, like as I said, this is not a
this is a
straightforward
tough game.
game.
Yeah,
This is a tough game. Like, what's the name of that Crystal Palace caretaker manager that kept on coming in and doing a job? Keith Millen, was that his name?
yeah,
Don't know if you remember him.
yeah,
Keith Millen. He came in. He replaced with 3 or 4 managers. Every time he came, I think one manager in a month, one
yeah.
month there. So, legend. So Matt Lawler is fair play to him. So I'm kind of like, I'm up for Waterford here now. I like the look of them.
The relegation battle's getting tough to call, to be honest, because I don't really know who's. I had Waterford, I had Galway nailed at one stage. Obviously, Sligo were
Yeah,
nailed like kind of halfway through the season.
yeah.
Then it was Waterford, and now you're like, I really don't know. Like,
Yeah, you kind of written off. We'd written off Sligo a bit, but we always said about John Russell. But we'd kind of looked at their personnel. Then obviously they've renovated the squad with McLean and
yeah,
O'Kane and Morhan, not Morhan. What do you call him, McManus.
yeah,
So then we ruled them out, and then kind of Galway lost Dara and they sank, and you're like, oh, Galway are in trouble. And then Waterford, oh, I don't know, flip a coin on it. You
yeah.
kind of have to flip a coin on it, wouldn't you?
Tough. It's really, really
But,
tough.
but a good player to touch off, I suppose, a bit external to what we're talking about, but still relevant. And Andrew Boyle retiring from
Ah,
the League of
yeah,
Ireland.
yeah, yeah.
Legend. Some
Legend,
players.
quality player, obviously. Probably most
Yeah.
fondly remember at Dundalk, obviously, with that class team and that European honours. I think he got a couple of. Did he get an Ireland cap or two? I think Andy
He
Boyle.
did. He was at Preston. He got a cap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got a couple of
Yeah.
caps for him as well. Yeah, a
Great player.
fantastic League of Ireland player. And I'd say it's probably injuries or something caught up with him in the end, probably this season, and just decided to call it quits. But yeah, fantastic League of Ireland defender. And probably be disappointed with how this season's gone. For himself personally, because we kind of said it Saturday that'd be a fantastic bit of business just based on his pedigree. But yeah, no, fantastic player.
Ridiculous player in his prime. Like, I remember watching him for Dundalk in 2016, Europa League group stages, and he would never ever like I was always it would always be Brian Gartland or Gary Rogers like kind of making the mistakes against higher level opposition, but he was
Yeah.
always so solid. Like, he was unbelievable. Like, you honestly, I'd honestly put him down as one of the like League of Ireland greats in defense. Like, in his prime, he was unbelievable. So yeah, shame to see him call it quits kind of at this stage. Like, you kind of hope he would have give Waterford a bit of a dig out. But look, injuries, you
Probably
can't
ruled out
pick
for the
them.
season or something anyway. Like,
Yeah, he probably called it and he said, "Look, this isn't worth the juice. It isn't worth the squeeze or whatever." But yeah, so it's a big blow for Waterford. But sure, look, fair play to him and wish him all the best.
absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Waterford in this one, I actually think they might. nick a draw here, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
go.
was thinking, yeah,
Yeah,
1-1, yeah.
yeah,
I was thinking a draw, but I'm actually more thinking. I think they're gonna win.
yeah.
I think they're gonna win again. Yeah, I think
Happens.
this is gonna. Yeah,
Happens.
yeah. I'm gonna go 2-1 Waterford. I think. Yeah, I could just say I think Derry are could be a bit flat. Like I know they're in second, they're probably 1 second, but they don't really have much
Are they?
going on up there. So
Yeah, yeah. No, I know. Do you know what's funny? I'm just thinking about now, and I'm not even saying this as like a dig or anything, but I'm just saying like on last week's show, we did a segment calling Shells, are Shells the worst champions ever? And if we predict these scores correctly, Shells will be second. Isn't that just mad? Like all of a sudden, like they're second again. Like, isn't that just nuts?
but that was a wind up. As I told you, that was
I
a
know,
wind.
but like in terms of like we were like sixth at the time or something. Like last week we
It's
were like
mad. The league is
sixth.
it's a mad out league. To be fair, yeah.
Mental, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it is mental. But she comes to show you, like, this is probably why Rovers are so far clear. Like, it shows you what winning three games on the bounce does for you in this
yeah,
league. You know what I mean? Like Rovers are the only team this season that have been able to string together, half a dozen good
it's
results.
results. Yeah, yeah,
So you know, yeah, Rovers are great team this season, whatever, on the verge of a double and so on. But you look at everyone else and you go, lads, like. Even last season when Shells won the league, no team could win a number of games in a row. We were literally all falling over each other. Like
comical,
Rovers,
wasn't it? It was comical at
we
points.
were 3 games to go, like 3 minutes to go in that final game of the season. We were going to win the league, and we think we'd lost 10 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
so yeah. I think for next season certainly, like I think that's what Shells and Bows and Derry need to learn. Like you just need to get the act together a bit because even think back to Prime Cork and Prime Dundalk, like they were unforgiving in how
yeah.
consistent they
Perhaps
were.
perhaps early in the season, yeah, just
Yeah,
consistent. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's kind of not been the case this year in Rovers. Kind of nearly at times they're having to get out of second gear sometimes, just kind of, yeah.
we haven't even been that. We've been good. Don't get me wrong. Like the Santa Clara performance, like really good, and think moments like that, like we can get our levels high. But
Yeah,
in the league, for the most part, it's been relatively cruise control. Like
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely.
yeah,
So yeah, Pokemon. Well, Waterford, you went for Waterford win. I went for the draw.
yeah,
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 interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
Up Matt Lawler.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, look, guys, there we have it. There's our game week 34 preview and predictions. Let us know what you think. Yeah, look, a bit of work for you to do in the comments. Let us
Yeah.
know if Joey O'Brien is top of the league since you took over, because I'm not letting him get away with that. Someone find the stat. Outrageous thing to
I
say.
saw on Twitter someone had to pull it up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, guys, look, let's try to get to 30 likes this week. Leave a like, leave a comment, let us know what you think, and subscribe if you're new also. And yeah, Ross, cheers as always.
Nice one, Luke. Thanks, many guys. Take it easy.
Cheers.